You're watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Today I want to talk to you about Rough Ryder variations and talk about why that's important for a completist and explain some things that Rough Ryder does with particular models that they have out there. What you'll find is that Rough Ryder will release certain colored patterns like the Amber Jigged Bone, the red Jigged Bone, the white Smooth Bone. They'll continue to release these over and over. These are like mainstays in their catalog, and they continue to release them over and over and over again. So therefore, there ends up being variations in those knives because of the longevity of them. And you'll see that this particular example that I'm going to show you is a 3 3/4 inch standard Sowbellly in Amber Jigged Bone. Now this came out in this older style box, and the model number then was RR080. They obviously have re-released that probably who knows how many times, but this is a fairly modern example of it. And you can tell right away that the shield is different. Now the colors seem different on these knives, but trust me, they're supposed to be the same thing. This is just dyed differently. They're both Amber Jigged Bone. Now this second one came in this box. Alright, modern box. And it's RR080. Same model number as this one. They're identical number. Okay, and aside from the exterior differences, you have blade differences as well. This has got the horseshoe tang stamp on the blade, and also an etching that says always ready. Okay, and there, like I say, the horseshoe tang stamp. This one has the modern tang stamp with the reversed R's and different shield, and there's no etching on the blade, not on the main part of the blade. On the reverse, you've got a stamped 440 stainless steel on the blade, whereas here you have just the etching of it. And forgive me, it's upside down, but you get the point. Etched onto the blade, and then you have the model number in China beneath it on the tang, etched as well. Probably a more attractive handle here with the less dye that they used, but it is the same design and intended to be just a modern version of this. So the secondary blades are the same in that fashion. They're also different. You'll have the RR tang stamps on the newer version, and the older version has no tang stamps at all on the blades, just blank on both sides. So there's plain on that side and plain on that side. So, you know, if you're trying to complete all of the Sowbellys like I am, you know, that's an important difference, I guess, for me. And I want to have all of them. I want to have all the shields, you know, that they used. To me, it's kind of important to have all the different ones. So just something to show you that that just because it has the same model number doesn't necessarily mean they're exactly the same knife. Okay, and another variation I'd like to show you is where Rough Ryder actually acknowledges the changes and renumbers the knife. This is RR286 and this is RR1685. So what they did was they took this RR286, which is a red jigged bone Sowbellly 3 3/4 inch knife, and then when they re-released it, they just called it red Pickbone, put it in a different box to make it a part of a series of knives, right? And I've already reviewed this, so you can check out that review if you like. But the changes are, you know, just for the newer one, or just for the modern things that you were seeing on knives still made today. You put the slant R bolster on there, whereas this one's more vertical and doesn't have the R on it. Single stripe. You'll see this one's just slanted in. They changed the shield shape. This was the single-headed flying squirrel, and this is the double-headed flying squirrel, or that's what I refer to it as. You might call it something else. But then this one has the etching, reverse etching on the blade, the main blade, with the RR tang stamp. And this one has no half stop, by the way. This one does. No half stop on this one, and the horseshoe tang stamp. Right, and the, you know, the material, the tang stamps on the reverse of the secondary blades is the horseshoe, and this will just be the double R, again with half stops on this knife. So they've just added all the modern features to this knife, renamed it Red Pickbone, and gave it a new number. It's just a variation of this original knife. And again, like I said, they do this sort of thing where they re-release with a lot of the more standard handles that they release over and over again. It's quite possible that this was released even earlier with a round shield. I'm not 100% certain, but I wouldn't doubt that there's possibly another variation of this particular handles type, and it just hasn't been uncovered by me yet. But there you have it. Those are the types of variations you're going to find by Rough Ryder, and just something you should look for if you're buying a collection in one particular pattern and you're trying to get all of them. You know, the completest approach, I would say. But even still, sometimes you may just buy one and think you're buying something completely different, and it's really not. So just something to be aware of, and something that Rough Ryder does with their variations. Okay, that's all I need to say about that. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Ring that bell so that you're notified whenever I put up a new video. You guys have a great day, and take care.